charm my exercise books to finish my homework for me. I shall never get my homework done at this rate. I haven't even got to beasts. I tried telling Hecate that someone cast Evanesco on my assignment. She said if I didn't get it sorted, I'd be the one getting vanished. I spent all night working on my history of magic essay. Almost fell asleep in class today. Though I suppose that's normal in history of magic. Just when I think I'm finished with my schoolwork, I remember another assignment. If it's not 12 inches of parchment for potions, it's 20 inches for charms.
Revelio.
Wonder what Kagawa thinks of Quidditch being cancelled. Bet she's fuming.
I think I'll go for a quick sprint on my broom after class tonight. I find it helps stimulate my mind, especially if we've had a class with Professor Binns.
That Ray's girl thinks she can fly better than anyone. All talk if you ask me.
Why do we even have flying if Professor Black cancelled Quidditch?
It's time to trade in my Oakshaft 79 for a newer model.
Nothing beats a leisurely evening flight.
I just know we were finally going to win the Quidditch Cup this year.
The portraits in the castle don't always have something interesting to say, but many of them do chatter on nonetheless.
Hogwarts is a second home to me. Feeling a bit nostalgic about leaving one day.
Have you ever been to the kitchens? I hear it's run by house elves.
Muggle school is so dull compared to Hogwarts. I'd imagine. Never been to a Muggle school myself.
Have you been in any other common rooms? I'd love to know what it's like to be in another house, just for a day.
I wonder how we'd get into Black's office. Not that I'd want to go in, mind you. Well, not if he's there.
Revelio.
Sometimes I wish someone would transfigure me into a squirrel. Then I wouldn't have to worry about doing schoolwork anymore.
I tried to transfigure my parchment into a blanket. Wanted a little nap. Would have been fine if it hadn't caught fire.
Transfiguration's far too difficult for me. Much prefer potions. I like to have a recipe to follow.
My brother caused a lot of trouble in Professor Weasley's class when he was at school. He'd idly wave his wand whilst daydreaming and transfigure someone's book into a beetle.
I tried transforming a rabbit into a dinner plate the other day. Ended up with a platter that had long ears. Disaster.
Leave me be! Come now, Annabelle! It was a long time!
Revelio. Revelio.
Professor Ronen tends to go on a bit. We sometimes have to remind him to finish the lesson.
Some of us don't necessarily want him to get back to the lesson.
Here! Behind you! There is an open seat here.
Thank you.
Hello, I am Nettie. So you are the new student. Have you met Professor Ronen yet?
Shall we begin? Welcome to Year 5 of Charms. Now, this will be a crucial year in your education on the art of charm work. But I am confident that we will take hold with the passion and rigor requisite of such a challenge. Right, now, everyone, please open your textbooks to page 517. But before we begin, can anyone here tell me the difference between the incantations of the color change and growth charms? Anyone? Anyone? I am afraid it is too late to study now. My, the summer months must have really taken a toll on you all. By the looks of it, you all spent your holidays practicing Obliviate on one another. Do you even remember how to perform a basic summoning charm? Well, it seems that we are in dire need of review. Everyone get into pairs and take positions on opposite sides of the classroom. Now let's put those textbooks to use as the blunt objects you so believe they are, and take turns summoning them out of one another's hands. Only one book will be needed per partnership, Miss Dale. Thank you. Get into place now.
Accio.
That is not bad.
You are a swift learner. I see a lot of potential, but remember, potential is nothing without practice. Keep at it. You might just rival Miss Onai here. Very good, everyone. That's enough of that. Well, as you all seem to have the basics down, and it is an exceptionally lovely day, I was thinking that we might have ourselves a little excursion outside for a spot of fresh air. After me. I've always found that fun goes hand in hand with mastery, as I'm sure the Quidditch players amongst us would agree. So, what better than a bit of sport to put our prowess with the summoning charm to the test, right? So why don't we have our newest student start us off? Very simply, cast Accio on one of the spheres and relinquish your charm at the last possible moment. Now, think of this like gobstones, if you will, but instead of throwing the marbles out, you are summoning them toward you. The trick is to pull the sphere as far as possible, but not a bit more, or it'll fall, yes? Now, I could keep talking about theory all day, but practice is the best professor. Show us how it's done.
Accio.
That's it! Excellent control there.
Accio.
Splendid! Very good. Points to Gryffindor. But there's certainly no sport in playing without some friendly competition. Miss Onai, would you care to give our new student a bit of a challenge? Come on up. You'll be the blues, just as before, and Miss Onai, you are playing red. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Let us see this. Phew.
Accio.
Stay focused.
Here we go. There we go.
That's it!
Be sharp. Yes!
Accio.
Well done.
Let us make this a bit more interesting, shall we?
I think we are well past interesting at this point.
I'll say.
Enough chatter. Focus now. You will need it. This round settles it all.
Let us see this. That is how it's done. Not exactly your
Accio.
Not that I mind.
Don't lose your composure.
Here we go. Phew. Ouch! Well played. Watch this. There we go.
Accio.
Do not be discouraged.
Very good, both of you. Well done. Class is dismissed. Gather your things on the way out.
Well done back there. You took the loss in stride. Didn't want to go too easy on you. Took me weeks to become proficient with Accio. Took weeks for me to get anything right when I transferred here. It gets easier, I promise.
Thank you, but I've been holding my own.
I appreciate your confidence. I transferred here from Wagadu just before my 4th year. My mother received an offer to teach divination here. Before I knew it, we had left Uganda and were halfway around the world at a new school in a new country.
Is Wagadu much bigger than Hogwarts?
Wagadu School of Magic is the largest wizarding school in the world. So yes, bigger than Hogwarts. But it never seemed intimidating or overwhelming to me. It always felt like home.
Is Wagadu a castle, like Hogwarts?
Its address is Mountains of the Moon. It is not so much a castle as a beautiful edifice carved out of the mountainside. I remember the first time I saw it, the mist was so thick I could hardly make out anything at all. And then it just materialized before me, this enormous school that seemed to be floating in midair.
This may seem an odd question, but is magic the same there as it is here?
Mostly, yes. But I did have to learn how to use a wand when I arrived here. Hardly anyone at Wagadu uses one.
Spells cast without a wand must be less powerful than those cast with a wand.
No, not at all. Wizarding magic cast without a wand is just as powerful. I find wandless magic to be much more instinctive, not to mention quite convenient if one is without their wand. I must admit, however, that I am growing quite fond of using a wand. It seems very dramatic.
It's nice to learn about another wizarding school.
Thank you for asking. I do miss Wagadu, but I am glad to be here at Hogwarts. I think Professor Ronen wants to talk to you. Better not keep him waiting. Until next time.
Of course, you can use Accio on humans, if you're so inclined.
Well, you'd be
A
using
word,
it on
if you
clothing,
would.
to be precise, Sebastian. You know it won't work on humans.
You wanted to speak with me, Professor?
I did. I trust your first charms lesson lived up to expectation?
Well, an outdoor competition wasn't exactly the lesson I was expecting, sir.
What charm is there in the expected? Miss Onai is a talented witch. Take it in stride. One often gains the most from the battles one has lost.
Of course, Professor. It was a challenging match.
Miss Onai is always a fierce competitor, though I sense that she is a bit distracted of late. Now, Professor Weasley has asked that your professors give you instruction outside of the ordinary curriculum. Expect to hear from me soon regarding a special assignment that I am preparing for you.
Revelio!
After my brother learned the summoning charm, it was constant Accio this, Accio that, cutlery flying everywhere. Quite unsafe, really.
Professor Ronen reminds me of my grandfather. Loads of wisdom, but a bit mad.
Revelio!
Hello there. You're the new student, aren't you?
Hello, you wanted to speak to me?
Samantha Dale. I've been eager to meet you. You're the student everyone's been whispering about. Hope your first day's going well. You certainly seem to hold your own in charms.
Thank you, but it really wasn't all that challenging.
My brother William would tell you not to be so humble and to trust your abilities. Then again, he tends to be a bit overconfident in his. Well, better see to my charms homework. I find Professor Ronen's lessons a bit more challenging than you do.
Sometimes I wish I needed a new wand, just so I'd have an excuse to visit Ollivander's again. I could open wand boxes all day.
I should like to retire to a small hamlet when I'm older. One just like Brockborough.
I'd like to do some window shopping in Hogsmeade this weekend. Don't have the galleons to actually buy anything.
Serona at the Three Broomsticks always gives such good advice. Don't know how she remembers who we all are either.
I adore the hamlets near the coast. They're a bit damp, but ever so picturesque.
Can't seem to get the smell of dragon dung out of my robes after that last herbology class. Suppose it's better than stink sap, but not by much.
They call it chemistry.
Yes, I'm aware. Muggles have a lot of different words for things. It might as well be French.
I wonder how similar it is to potions.
I'm sure it's nothing like it in the least, with the exception that it can go horribly wrong.
Oh, you've had a potion go horribly wrong, have you?
What? No, of course not.
I see. Only you said... so I thought you might have.
Well, they do go wrong though, don't they? Sometimes. I'm not saying it was my fault that I forgot.
Stop it, Peeves! You'll get us in trouble!
In trouble you will be, but you can't give Peeves a smack! She says it's a boo, and he says it's a flat!
Peeves! Enough! You'll get us all detention. And you're both wrong anyway. It was Hephaestus Gore.
It wasn't Boot and it wasn't Flack, but you're all in trouble with Professor Black!
I'd hate transfiguration if it wasn't for Weasley. She definitely takes the fear out of it, and that's saying something.
Professor Weasley's already preparing me to take my transfiguration NEWT.
I love switching spells. It's what my brother's super sharp for. He still won't teach about me.
Revelio. Levioso. Revelio. Lumos. Levioso. Accio. Revelio. Revelio.
Handy resource indeed, your field guide. I'm most pleased to be included. Revelio.
Never a dull moment when I... Huh.
My aunt has some potions recipes she swears are from Zygmunt Budge himself. What? She wouldn't make it up. She says they're ones he didn't put in the Book of Potions. Likely powerful spells for the complexion. What? Why are you looking at my chin like that? Stop it!
Do you find it hard to get the right consistency in a confusing concoction? I can never get mine to thicken.
Oh! I need someone to lend me some potions ingredients. Don't give me that look. I told you before I was only musing about a love potion. As if I'd actually brew one. I wouldn't have the faintest idea what to put in one. Let alone finding powdered moonstone or ashwinder eggs.
I'd swear we'd be more uplifted in potions if it were taught by Dementors.
I had an awful time in potions the other day. Someone had scribbled all over the pages of my book of potions. The margins were as black as soot. And it was a copy from library. Scribner's going to have me for that. Ah! I adore spending sunny afternoons in the viaduct courtyard. Wonderful place to practice Accio on other students' books.
Wish I could sneak into the other common rooms, just for an hour or so.
Wish I could see what Hogwarts looks like to muggles. Bet it's terrifying.
Rumour has it there's a secret passage leading to Hogsmeade, but I haven't found it. Probably for the best. I'd be at the Three Broomsticks all day.
Have you ever seen a professor outside the castle? I find it jarring to see someone like Professor Weasley at the Three Broomsticks. Oh!
Revelio. Lumos. Revelio. Lumos. Accio. Revelio.